Hey folks, wanted to do a quick update today. I wanted to discuss a few things regarding Kombucha and SCOBY. SCOBY standing for Symbiotic Colony of Bacteria and Yeast. Been making my own apple cider vinegar for quite a long time now, maybe about 3 years. I did a video back a few months ago where I talked about using my own apples from my own trees for the first time, and the difference between the apple cider vinegar that I had been getting before that when I was using apples from a farm versus what happened with my apples. Well, I wanted to touch base on that a little bit, and then also talk about how I've been making my own kombucha lately, or kombucha, however you want to pronounce it. So this is my pantry. It's messy, disorganized, but you know what? I don't care. It's mine. It might be a little dark here, but I'm going to show you. This is, it's kind of dark in here, but I'm going to show you this. This is my apple cider vinegar that I made back in, let me see if I've got a date on here. Let me see. It looks like my last ferment was December. Yep, I believe it was December. Is that what it says? Hold on here. Yes, December is when I made this. Finished this up. And you can see, even since then, see that? That is new SCOBYs forming on top of my apple cider vinegar. So I've been taking the SCOBYs out of the apple cider vinegar as they've been producing them. Come back up, sorry, around, back over here. Okay, this is the glass jar that I keep my SCOBYs in. You'll notice that it has a spout on it here because when I make my kombucha, I drain off some of the liquid to put in the kombucha for the first ferment. So that's why I like to keep them in this glass jar right here. And as you can see, it has a top. The top doesn't seal real well, and I have a piece of cloth here that allows for airflow but doesn't allow for stuff to get in there. So my SCOBYs can breathe. They are living organisms, so they need to be able to breathe. So this is the container that they sit in, and I've had them for 4 or 5 months now, since I started getting my own SCOBYs created from making my apple cider vinegar, which I had started back in August of last year. So I have a little kind of cheat sheets on here, if you can see. This is first ferment and what you put in there and about how long you keep it in the black tea, the SCOBY in the black tea. And then your second ferment is where you strain it into a container. You can add your fruit juice. I like using whole fruit. And then you close it off with airtight close off and let it sit and ferment, and that's what creates the carbon dioxide for your kombucha. And then depending on how long you leave it closed up will depend on, one, how sweet or how tart it is, as well as how much carbon dioxide or how much fizz the actual kombucha has. Over here, I have another little cheat sheet. This is what I use to feed my SCOBY. So in between making batches of kombucha, this is your SCOBY snack, so to speak. And this is what I use in there, the raw sugar, green tea bags, and the distilled water. They seem to like that mix very well. You can see I have a lot of them in here. They just keep reproducing, and I pull out a piece, put it into my first ferment, and then stick her back in there and let her continue to just kind of relax until I'm ready to make the next batch. So I'm going to pan over here real quick. Here is my black tea, my first ferment. You can see that got the same top on it so that it can breathe. I put a rubber band around this one just in case, so fruit flies or anything. And then she's sitting in there right now. You can kind of see she's over in here. And it's time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take her out of here, put her back in there. Then I'm going to come over back over here. I'm going to put my fruit into this container. Then I'm going to put the top on it. So I have a sealed top. Ta-da! Right here. Sealed top. That's what I'm going to put on the top of here. and allow it to just sit there and ferment until I am ready to drink it. The reason why I felt that it was important, by the way, these are wild blueberries that are sitting down in here. They were in the freezer, so I had to wait for them to thaw because you never want to put anything cold in with your ferment. So they thawed to room temperature, and now I can go ahead and put them in, incorporate them into the second ferment. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this today real quick is because I have taken a lot of probiotics over the past 6 years. All of them in capsule forms, you know, different strains, you know, 50,000, 50 billion, different bacteria strains in them for gut health. And I always incorporate with that acacia gum, which is like fiber. You can also use Metamucil, but fiber to feed the good bacteria in the gut, just for maximum gut health, digestive issues, that type of thing. And what I've not noticed over the past 5-6 years of doing that is I've never been regular. Now, I'm going to send out a little bit too much information here, but not regular as far as bowel movements, not having regular bowel movements every single day. It doesn't seem to matter what I eat, what I drink, what I take as far as probiotics, never quite regular. But what I noticed when I started making my own kombucha is since I've been fermenting it and drinking my own homemade, I have been completely regular. I've changed nothing else in my diet. Everything else is exactly the same. I no longer take the capsule forms of probiotics, which are supposed to be live strains, but no longer have been taking those. Only drinking about, I would say, I drink probably a little over a cup, about a cup and a half of my kombucha daily. So I drink about a cup and a half of it, and I mix in with it some apple cider vinegar and, you know, some other little things like I have some ionic magnesium. So I just put them all in one drink because it's easier to just drink it all at once. And then I put my some mineral formula that I've been taking for quite a while, Ionic Minerals by Eidon, E-I-D-O-N. I really like their mineral formula. It's a concentrated version. I just put 30 drops of that in my drink a day to get my minerals. And then I get my vitamins from, well, what I eat, but also Sun Warrior. It's called Gold Rush, which is a liquid fulvic vitamin. It also has some minerals, but I just do the extra minerals because they help to carry and transport vitamins in the cells better. You need certain vitamins in order for certain minerals to absorb ideally into the cells for maximum benefit. So I do that, and I just put that all in my drink, take it to work with me, drink it throughout the day. Sometimes I just guzzle it down and it's done. But this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because it seems to be that the strains that I'm getting from making my own kombucha or making my own SCOBY drink obviously are more beneficial for the body than taking the ones that come in capsules. I don't know what the difference is, and I'm only making a speculation here based on my own trial and error. That's all I'm saying. You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you the differences I've noticed since I've been doing my own, and how all of a sudden over the last 4 or 5 months of me drinking homemade kombucha that I made myself with a SCOBY, the bacteria has got to be different. It's got to be, because I'm regular now and I never was before. And, I've drank fruit juice. I've done everything I could think of to keep myself regular. And it's never worked. I've never been consistent, and now consistent. So take this information for what it's worth. I just want to make a quick video about it. Informational only, in case anybody else is, really trying to decide between probiotics that you buy and take versus the probiotics that come in drinks like kombucha. The only reason I wanted sorry, the only reason why I wanted to make my own is because it gets expensive. And since I was accidentally making my own SCOBY, I figured, well, I've got the SCOBY, I'm generating them by accident with my apple cider vinegar. I might as well make my own kombucha, save myself some money, and then I can get it to the taste that I like. I don't like it real tart. I like it, you know, a little bit still sweetened. And I don't like a lot of, this is just me personally, I don't like a lot of like carbonation to mine. So I start drinking it before it gets to that really carbonated state. So I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to make a quick one this morning to tell people or explain to them the findings that I've had over the past like 4 to 6 months, and just share the information. So I'm going to finish up where I started with my next batch here, and if anybody has any questions, please put them in the comment section and I will try to answer them. Like the video, give it a thumbs up if you like the information that you are hearing on this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks guys, bye.